Sinn and Guinand have steel bracelets, in particular the H-link bracelets, which are quite similar. However, there are differences in detail. Let me show you which details there are. Hello and welcome to Watch Maxie's Watch Videos. My name is Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. Today I will show you 3 different watches and 3 different steel bracelets. Here we've got the UX, then second I've got the Guinand Flight Engineer, and third I've got the Sinn 103 ST-SA. 3 bracelets which I will compare and show you where the differences are, where bracelets have something in common and what I prefer. This is my setup. On the left we have the 103. The 103 has been my very first Sinn and I love it and will never sell it. The bracelet is brushed and polished, so we can't compare it to the bead blasted bracelet of the Flight Engineer. However, the end links are the part which I will compare to this beauty. It's the Guinand Flight Engineer with the bead blasted case and bracelet. The bracelet, as you can see, looks pretty much different from the one the 103 has attached. So I picked up my UX with a bead blasted bracelet as well, in order to have a fair comparison between the watches. The first thing I would like to highlight is the end link, the fit to the case, because here I see significant differences, not between Sinn and Guinand, but between 2 different case shapes of the Sinns. First I have got the 103 ST-SA, and as you can see, the horns have flat ends, while the end link is slightly curved, which, if you have a closer look, shows that this is not a 100% perfect fit. The horns are a little bit higher than the ends of the end links, while the end links are slightly longer than the horns. So you have a little mismatch on 2 sides, and similar is the end link and the case fit of the Flight Engineer. The horns again are a little bit higher, the end links are a little bit longer, so I think this is subject to cost efficiency, cost cutting. It didn't disturb me at all. I've noticed it during this video while I took the close-up shots. In reality, on the wrist, I didn't notice that, but it's undeniably that the links do not 100% fit to the case, and in a direct comparison you see that both links have exactly the same shape and form and the same issue in quotation marks. As a next step, I would like to have a closer look to the bracelet, which is the biggest and most obvious difference between the 2 watches. For that I take the UX with the bead blasted bracelet on the right side and the Guinand Flight Engineer on the left. As you can see, the Sinn has flat, more technically looking links, while the Guinand has beveled edges, a different play of light. So this is a pure aesthetic and design question. However, the bracelet of Sinn's is thicker with Allen head screws. This is the modern bracelet type. The Guinand Flight Engineer has a slightly thinner bracelet with flat head screws. On watches which are not really big and thick and heavy, I prefer thinner bracelets over thicker ones. The thick one of the UX perfectly fits to the UX or U1, but not to the 104 or 556. Here you can see the difference, how much the bracelet of the UX is thicker compared to the Guinand's. The next detail I would like to draw your attention to is the clasp. The clasp is important for me, and from the design point of view, I prefer the Guinand. However, the Sinn gives me a more secure feeling, and I show you why. On the left is the Guinand clasp with no safety fold over clasp. and the Sinn has the safety fold over clasp. However, it is slightly longer and bigger. So here we have the first difference. From a design point of view, I prefer the Sinn with the cleaner and simpler look. However, the Sinn with the extra clasp gives me a more secure feeling. The pusher system is great on the Guinand. Slightly push and open the clasp, and as you can see, the folding mechanism is massive, no folded steel sheet, and the Sinn's is quite similar, a little bit more difficult to open. It's not difficult just compared to the Guinand. And as you can see, both folding mechanisms are solid and well made, so it doesn't look cheap. But if you look to the fit, and that's the Sinn, if you look to the fit to the bracelet, you see that with Sinn's it appears to be massive, and it looks like the hole for the pin and spring bar is drilled. On the Guinand's it looks slightly different, so the metal here is quite thin and it looks like it has been bent around to allow the link and the pin to be fitted. This looks a little bit more massive. I'm not saying either one is better or worse, it's just different, and without taking the video and without taking these close-up shots, I'm pretty sure I would never ever have noticed it. So that's one difference. The Guinand has no diver's extension. The Sinn, like all H-link bracelets of the modern art, does have a diver's extension, so you can put it over a wetsuit or a thicker jacket, so no problem here. The Guinand has 4 holes for a fine adjustment. That's great and sufficient, but I have to say I never had any kind of issue with the 3 holes of the Sinn. That has been the difference in detail. The Sinn is about 30 to 40% more expensive compared to the Guinand. I don't think it is 30 to 40% better. There are a couple of differences when it comes to design, beveled edges versus plain links, or the clasp diver's extension versus pushers, 3 versus 4 holes. This is a question to personal preferences, function, but I doubt that there is a quality difference which justifies an additional price of 30 or 40% for the Sinn. If you like the design more, it's pretty simple to choose the Sinn. I do like the design of the Guinand more. I like it definitely more than the Sinn. However, both bracelets are well made, are of really good quality, and are comfortable on the wrist. So quality wise, I don't see a difference. Price wise, there is one, and design wise, there is one too. So it's just a question of personal preferences and the willingness to pay one price or the other. Both are great bracelets, both fit perfectly to the watch, and I do have both, and I'm not going to sell or replace either one. So good quality, well made, and I hope I could show you something you haven't seen before. I hope you liked it. If so, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and look forward to the videos to come. Cheers, Axel.